You know those viral comedy vlogs, right? The ones that just feel like pure hilarious chaos. You watch them and you're thinking, how is this so captivating? It looks totally random, but believe me, underneath all that spilled chai and morning panic, there's actually a brilliant formula. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and deconstruct that exact formula. We'll use a classic vlog as our case study to figure out what really makes these things tick. So, let's dive in.
Okay, so it all starts right here. This opening line from our vlogger, Shivam, it's not just a hello, it's a promise. It immediately sets up the main theme for the entire video, the comedy of things just not going to plan. He tells us he wants a simple day, but we, the audience, we know there's no way that's going to happen. And that's where the fun is, right? And watching it all gloriously fall apart.
All right, Section 1, A Simple Day of Drama. Subtitle, The Anatomy of Everyday Chaos. Okay, so how does this promise of drama actually play out? Well, the foundation of this entire genre really is taking these tiny, super relatable problems and just spinning them into a perfect storm of comedy and chaos.
Just look at the pacing here. At 6 a.m., we start with something we've all done, hitting snooze. But fast forward to 8:30 and it's just pure panic mode. Now, each one of these problems on its own, totally minor. Waking up late, no milk for your tea, getting stuck in traffic. Yep, been there. But the genius is in how the vlog stacks them, one after another, in this really tight time frame. It creates this snowball of disaster that just keeps getting bigger, and it's somehow both super stressful and absolutely hilarious to watch. So now we're at Section 2, Anatomy of a Comedy Vlog, and we're unpacking the winning formula. Because here's the secret, right? This whole sequence of events, it feels random, but it's not at all. It's actually really carefully put together. It follows a super clear and effective formula that's designed to get the biggest laughs. So let's actually break down what that formula is.
And here it is. It's a simple 4-part comedy formula, and pretty much every little story inside the vlog follows these exact steps. Step 1, you start with a relatable inconvenience, something we've all gone through. Step 2, the exaggerated reaction, making a mountain out of a molehill. Step 3, the comedic monologue, where they turn right to the camera and tell us what they're really thinking. And finally, Step 4, the imperfect solution. You solve the problem, but yeah, never perfectly.
Okay, this table is a perfect example of the formula in action. So, the inconvenience? He opens his lunchbox and it only has roti, no curry. We've all felt that pain. The reaction? That dramatic, mumbled complaint about what his mom promised. Then comes the monologue. He looks right at us, at the camera, to share how tragic this whole situation is. And the solution? A totally imperfect fix where he just steals from his friend's lunch and calls it teamwork. See, it's a perfect little self-contained comedy sketch. Right there.
Moving on to Section 3, The Art of Jugaad, the secret sauce of problem solving. So, that last step, the imperfect solution. Well, it actually has a name, and it's this really important cultural idea that gives these vlogs such a unique and authentic feel. It's all about the art of improvisation.
And that brings us to this term, jugaad. For anyone who doesn't know, you can think of it like a life hack or a clever improvisation. It's this whole philosophy of creative problem solving, It's about using whatever you have on hand to find a clever workaround and not really caring if the solution is a little bit weird or unconventional. Honestly, this concept is the engine that drives so much of the comedy we see.
Let's go back to the morning milk crisis. The problem, no milk for his tea. Now, the normal solution would be to just go to the store, right? But the Jugaad solution is to turn it into this whole social, kind of mischievous thing. He goes to a neighbor, but not just to ask for milk. He cheekily asks for a bit of advice, too. He's turned a simple chore into a funny moment of connection and, into content. That is Jugaad in a nutshell.
Okay, Section 4, Breaking the Fourth Wall. Subtitle, Building a Community, Not Just an Audience. So we've got the formula, we've got Jugaad, but there's another layer here that makes these vlogs so addictive. And it's all about how the creator builds this direct, personal connection with you, the viewer. He's not just performing for us, it feels like he's talking with us.
And this connection, it's established from the very first second of the vlog. And it all comes down to one simple, powerful word.
That word is dostin. It's the Hindi word for friends. And by starting his vlog like that, he completely changes the dynamic. Instantly, you're not just a number. You're not just a subscriber or a viewer. You're a friend. You're part of the inner circle. It's a small choice, but it transforms the whole experience from just passively watching something into a feeling of really belonging. You're in on the joke, your friend who's just along for this crazy ride.
And then you get a moment like this. It's the ultimate fourth wall break. He's stuck in traffic, and he literally turns to the person honking at him and basically says, "Hey man, I'm making a vlog here. I need to create some content." He's admitting that the drama is kind of for our benefit. And you'd think that would break the spell, right? But it does the opposite. That kind of honesty just makes him even more relatable. He's letting us know he's in on the game, and for some reason, we just love him for it.
All right, Section 5. Why we keep watching. The psychology of relatable entertainment. Okay, so let's pull all these pieces together. We've got this 4-step formula, we've got the Jugad mindset, and we have this direct, friendly connection with the audience. So what does that all add up to? Why is this whole genre just so powerful?
Well, when you really break it down, the appeal seems to come from three main things. Look at this chart. The biggest piece of the pie, almost half, is relatability. We're literally seeing our own daily struggles on the screen. But right behind that, you've got authenticity. That feeling that this is real. It's not super polished. And community. That sense that we're all kind of in this together with the creator.
So when you put it all together, it's the perfect recipe, isn't it? You've got the relatability of waking up late, the authenticity of a clever Jugad fix, the community you feel from being called friends, and even the comfort of knowing the formula. It all just works. It's basically entertainment that holds a mirror up to our own lives, but adds a punchline. And that kind of validates our own stress and makes it all feel just a little bit easier to handle. And the outro just ties it all together perfectly. See you in the next vlog. Till then, stay simple, stay funny. That's not just a goodbye. It's basically the mission statement for the whole channel. It reinforces the main idea, which is that your messy, simple, chaotic life is actually a source of comedy. Don't run from it, embrace it.
So, as we wrap this up, it really leaves you with a pretty interesting question, doesn't it? Now that you've seen how this formula works, you can't help but start seeing potential content everywhere. So think about it. What simple part of your day, what tiny little inconvenience could be your next piece of comedy gold?